Okay, guys, this is like a special segment. My mom got on the news in Maine, in WABI. She was in the background, and then they did like a little feature shot of her. My mom went to a potluck gift exchange in Dexter, the hometown of Stephen King. Stephen King wasn't there, but other Mainers were there. So my mom loves Maine. They live up there. I lived in Maine for 17 months and worked in a wood mill called Hardwood, where I got tinnitus in my ear. It's very loud. It's not really hearing damage as much as it's just kind of a ring. It's got to be very, very quiet, and I can hear a slight ringing. Anyway, thanks, Mom. But anyway, Mom loves Maine, and so she went to Dexter for a potluck and gift exchange. And so the news was there. So Mom is in this little segment, and then after this segment, then we'll go right back into delivery. So, hi, Mom. Love you. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's coming up. I'm so glad that I get to feature this little video of you from the news, which you sent me, and you said I could use it in the show. So it's a WABI thing that I'm putting into the show. So anyway, here we go.
Christmas Day potluck and gift exchange. Katie Sharp takes us there. As many around Maine get together to celebrate Christmas, some in the Dexter area celebrated downtown at gatherings for Main Street.
We're all run entirely by volunteers, and we try to make sure that there's meals a couple of times a week for anyone that wants to come in, that needs to come in. It is entirely by donation, so anyone can put what they have or what they feel like they can afford, and we have people that will come in and put a little extra, so people that don't have can come in.
You can see me in the background a little bit.
Lots of extra activities. There's Fiber Club that meets here. We do Bob Ross painting once a month. Just try and keep it open to the community.
After moving to Maine a couple of years ago, the Wrights have worked with other volunteers to make this a welcoming place for folks.
Tiffany is the chef, and I just like people. So when we came up and we saw this place and we talked to the lady who had run it before and got it started up, we decided that this was really what we wanted to do. This is a lot of fun. We both like cooking and we both like talking to people.
To make sure that folks had somewhere to go for the holiday, gatherings held their second annual Christmas Day potluck and gift exchange.
The holidays specifically can be really lonely, and we didn't want people to go through Christmas or Thanksgiving. We do the same thing for Thanksgiving. To be lonely.
Folks enjoyed the food, music, gift exchange, and fellowship. And volunteers appreciate how gatherings not only brings the community together, but how it brings the community closer to them.
When we moved to Tennessee, it took us a few years to really get to know our community very well. And up here, it was just a few months, and we have made a lot of really, really good friends, and I wouldn't trade it. Getting into the less outgoing community that kind of surrounds is a little bit tougher, but they're good people. You know, it's an area with a lot of really good people. And you'd be surprised how many people in a community want to come out and volunteer.
Katie Sharp, WABI TV5 News, Dexter.
All right. Going for building numbers, so went back to check that building number. I'll be checking several other building numbers around here. It takes a while on some of these apartment drops. These are very cute, though. Yeah, I think it's that one. Almost looks like a university or something. go-karts going on right here. And Kia made triangle cars when they were starting off, which are probably a little bit like go-karts. And we've got a beautiful full moon behind some clouds right over there. Welcome to December 26, 2023, Fort Worth, Texas, right off of North University Drive. Past Rockwood Go-Karts. And I spell it go-karts with a K for some reason, I guess for business purposes. I think it's kind of a cool little place, though. All right, welcome to Fort Worth Historic North Side. There's the QT. And right up here to the right is the Rosemarine Theater. About, oh, I don't know, you can see some of the sign right here. Well, you have to wait. Past Central Avenue right here. All right, we're in the historic north side of Fort Worth, and the Rosemarine Theater, and the Artist Della Rosa. One of my friends, Adam Adolfo, was an artistic director here for about 7 years, and then my friend Rob Vasquez is a resident playwright, and there's their gallery. And we all did a play called A View from a Bridge a while back, an Arthur Miller play. Originally started at La Teatro, which is right next to this Mexican restaurant called Asaderos, and it was like right there, I think. I think it was in that little area right there. This Joe T. Garcia in Northside is Mark Wahlberg was there serving as a bartender. I don't know if it's true or not. That's what I heard on some social media site. But he came to Northside, some event. But true story is Luke Wilson and Robert Duvall. There was a movie called 12 Mighty Orphans, and they opened the revamped version of New Isis Theater right here, coming up to the left. And Robert Duvall was behind it, so was Luke Wilson, and I think it was called 12 Mighty Orphans was the name of it, and that's the New Isis Theater right there. It's been revamped. We're in North Side. Stockyards. There's a Stockyard Saloon right there. This stuff is like an endless amount of vlog. Cattleman's Steak House is right there. Someone's celebrating Christmas right there. And Billy Bob is up to the right. That's where I met Willie Nelson, his trailer, with some other actors from a play we did called Rivers and Ravines. We did in high school, and it was somewhere over here. Billy Bob's is in the back of Billy Bob's. He had his tour bus, and it smelled sweet inside. Sweet smell that the Eagles would have smelled when they were rehearsing. Things like that. You know, other bands smell that kind of stuff too. But you know, we were fine. Hello, Willie. How you doing? We love your albums, that kind of thing. You know, we were just kind of standing there. But he was nice. He shook our hands, and the Fort Worth Star-Telegram was there to do a story about it. It was an exciting time in my life. But I could never tell you in a million years that 20 years later, or 20 years later, I think, maybe 30 years later, let's see, 1993, 2003, 2013. The 30 years later, I'd be delivering for a restaurant in that area. And I did write a book, so that happened. And I did write a screenplay. I wrote several screenplays and plays and things like that. I've written several books, but I would usually put them online, kind of thing. So I got to do a whole lot. I got to travel. I got to go to California. I got to go to New York. I got to live in Maine for a while, for about a year and a half. Did theater in all those places, so I got to travel around and do theater. I guess the most exciting was, of course, Hollywood. Going through Hollywood and living there for... I lived in Long Beach for almost a year, about 9 months. And then I lived in New York for about 9 months too, all in the same kind of time. I guess that changed my life. It was a big milestone. And then I guess after I came back in 2002, 10 years later, well, 10, more like 11 years later, I'd be having children with my second wife. And that was probably even more exciting. Or the most important part of my life was having children with my wife. My ex-wife, sorry. Let me get everything legalistic and straight. Which I haven't seen since March 9th of 2019. And I don't know if I'll ever see them again. I don't know. I do plan to go to church. I'm planning that, to return to the church. I don't know for sure if I'm going to vlog it, but I will talk about it. Talk about church and the Bible and God. Because I can. We're able to, as Americans, we're able to talk about God in our life. Give testimony. Because that's what God wants us to do for His kingdom. All right. Keep on going. La 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 la. Forgot something. That is Billy Bob's. All right, guys, we're going to be passing Artist de la Rosa, Latino Arts and Theater. It's Marine Theater. And it's wonderful. You got to check them out. Everything they do is great. All right, next delivery 7:09, 1 minute. We'll be there in 0.5 miles. All right, next one 7:22, 5 minutes, 1.6 miles. This is on the other side of Camp Bowie right here, and that's part of Amon. Well, it's not part of Amon Carter. It's right next to Will Rogers. It's part of the center, the Will Rogers Center right there. On the other side of the Piano Pavilion, which is right there. All right, next delivery is 7:41, 10 minutes. We'll be there at 3.8 miles. All right, a lot of Christmas lights here in Fort Worth. Right off of White Settlement Road. They even have them in the trees. Christmas is a great holiday. It's one of the most important holidays, I think. Kind of a symbol of birth and all kinds of stuff. Sorry about that, rudely interrupted. Yeah, Christmas is a symbol of birth of our Messiah and the Lord of the universe, Lord of all, Jesus Christ. And the reason this vlog gets to happen, he's the reason for everything. He's the reason for this season, and he will be the reason for everything. Everything that you do, you'll do it for Jesus Christ, whether you like it or not. There's the place for the kolaches. That's how we believe. So, he's our protector. He's our God. And he is grace and mercy incarnate and love. And the reason for Christmas. A skeleton is on the patio for that Christmas feast, festive decor. Maybe they're mixing Halloween with Christmas or something. I don't know. It's quite a commercial one right there. There's someone with presents. Or no, actually, I'm sorry. That was. I guess they fell over. I don't know what they call that. Inflatable. They call it inflatable. Inflatable characters. I couldn't tell if it was Snoopy or Santa. One of the two, but it fell over. Next delivery is 8:16, 9 minutes, 4.2 miles. And they got really good tacos at Salsa. It won Best Taco, I think 2018. Salsa Limon is the name of it. It's a really good place for tacos. All right. This one, if I didn't say, arrival's 8:18. I think I did say that. I probably did. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive a king.